As you can see, a whole lot of things are going on in the world right now. There's about 3 or 4 different disasters that are fomenting right before our very eyes. We see politicians that are acting like clowns instead of grown-ups. And it appears as though this thing is global. It's not just an American problem. It's a global Earth problem now. And you know, we talked many times about staying focused and having that uber vigilance, being aware of everything going on in your environment. Now you can see that it's really time to batten down the hatches and be prepared for whatever comes. Because not only are we having a man-made disaster, but we're also having a natural disaster as well. You couldn't make this stuff up if you wanted to. It's like a grade A Hollywood movie. And I always say to people, the best thing that we can do is stay in the light. Try to do the right thing, live right. It's hard to let people get close to you right now. For whatever reason, people are just acting unlike themselves, just very selfish. And seems like a lot of people, it doesn't mean a lot of things too. You have people dropping dead for no reason. Of course, you understand they know the reason, but they're not going to tell me and you. But it doesn't matter. Many of us tried to warn people about what was going on, and the fact that we saw so many people lying right on a television set, telling us to do this, that, and the other thing, things that they weren't even doing. A lot of them were having saline shots when you thought they were getting the same thing you was getting. Now, I'm not an anti-vaxxer by any stretch of the imagination, but I always believe in keeping close to nature. And one thing we realized early on is that nothing that's going on right now had anything to do with nature. So those people that are telling you to be prepared, just like FEMA, our own government was telling us to be prepared back when Katrina happened. I don't think a lot of people realized it or believed it. And it may not even matter, because they're going to do what they want to do anyway. And the best thing you could do is stay focused, stay in tune with the universe, the cosmos, whatever God you serve, whatever is in your heart. Just stay true to yourself, stay true to your family, because it's going to get a lot more uglier before it gets better. Like I always say, all new birth requires pain. Well, we're starting to see the highlights of that pain happening right before our eyes. And there's some people say not anything you could do about it, but if you keep an eye on your environment, study the people around you to make sure that they are maintaining their composure, so to speak. But judging by the way I've seen people drive lately, they're hardly doing that. And when you see the politicians and the talking heads and the media on television trying to tell us this, that, and the other thing, understand it's nothing more than a distraction, because the right hand doesn't want the left hand to know what it's doing, and the left hand doesn't want the right hand to know what it's doing. But one thing you can bet your bottom dollar on is they're all lying to you. They're lying to me and you, whether we like it or not. We want to believe them, but they're not going to do it. They're only serving themselves right now. A lot of you don't even have good health insurance, but not one politician Not one congressman or anybody above or below him has the same kind of crappy insurance the rest of us have. Just know that. You are starting to be a meal ticket for people that don't even deserve you to be their meal ticket. In fact, you need to learn how to be the meal ticket for yourselves. Pay attention to the way the prices are going up on everything in the stores. Pay attention to the people around you. And for God's sakes, keep an eye on the way people drive on the highways now. And don't react emotionally. Stay calm, stay centered. As some say, stay frosty. But I'm going to be honest with you. It's going to take all you can do to maintain your composure over the next 3 years. Because they have an agenda, and their agenda is going to fly back in their faces. I've seen it, signs of it flying back in their faces, because they're not getting the outcome they was expecting. And now when you have idiots over in Davos trying to tell people to just follow the crowd, in so many words, and that we know what's better for you. But one thing I know for sure, nobody that was born on this planet owns my spaceship. You own my spaceship. We collectively own this spaceship, and we better act like this is our thing. It belongs to the people, indigenous and otherwise. But the ones that are in power, that think they know what's best for you, they don't even know what's best for themselves. And just realize this, the same way that the ancient people, those Kushites, realized your enemies can't swim. They can't swim physiologically, they can't swim emotionally, and they can't swim spiritually for sure. But the cosmos itself, the Most High, is in control of all of this. But we'll talk about that more the next time on the ESCOFHARI Report.